maybe even an evening or something like that.
That would be beautiful.
Okay.
Although I think it's
Good evening and welcome to the Thursday, December 28th, 2017 special regular session of the Xenia City Council, our last meeting of the calendar year 2017. We are ready to begin at this time, and we will have an invocation by Dr. John Freeman from the United AME Church, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance led by Mayor Bayless. If you would rise with me, please, for the invocation and pledge.
Let us pray. Lord, here we are on this cold night. It's the last meeting of this year, 3 days before we begin the year of 2018. Members come to conduct matters of business. Thank you for the service rendered by the outgoing Mayor Bayless and Councilwoman Xenia Mills. We pray, oh God, that you bless the newly elected members, guide all hearts and minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Lord, impart your supreme wisdom upon activities so that affairs may be reached a successful conclusion. Thank you, Lord, for being our source of guidance today. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Freeman and Mayor Bayless. May I have roll call, please?
Vice President Smith.
Here.
Councilman Wallace. Councilman Lauterbach.
Here.
Councilwoman Mays.
Here.
Councilwoman Mills.
Here.
Mayor Bayless.
Here.
President Engel.
Here.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to excuse Dr. Wallace.
Thank you very much. Have a motion to excuse Councilman Wallace. Is there a second, please?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Mills. Discussion or question on this motion, please? Seeing none, roll call.
Vice President Smith.
Aye.
Councilman Lauterbach.
Aye.
Councilwoman Mills, or Mays.
Aye.
Councilwoman Mills.
Aye.
Sorry. Mayor Bayless.
Aye.
President Engel.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. May I have a motion, please, for approval of minutes for our December 14th, 2017 regular session, please?
So moved, Mr. President.
Moved by the Vice President. Second, please.
Second.
Seconded by the Mayor. Any discussion or question on the minutes, please? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Vice President Smith.
Aye.
Councilman Lauterbach.
Aye.
Councilwoman Mays.
Aye.
Councilwoman Mills.
Aye.
Mayor Bayless.
Aye.
President Engel.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We now have an opportunity for two very special presentations, and I would ask the Mayor and Councilwoman Mills to come forward and join me out in the area out front, please. Pleasure to read an emergency resolution in appreciation for outgoing Mayor Marcia J. Bayless in recognition of her valuable service to the city of Xenia and declaring it an emergency. Whereas Marcia J. Bayless is a lifelong resident of the city of Xenia who was elected into office as mayor by the registered voters of the city in the November 2009 general election and re-elected in the November 2013 general election, and she will have served 2 consecutive 4-year terms from January the 1st, 2010 to December 31st, 2017. Whereas during her tenure since January 1st, 2010, she has diligently worked for the betterment of the city of Xenia by serving the community and city council through her active involvement in the following city commissions, boards, and committees. Chair of the Board of Zoning Appeals, 2010 through 2017 inclusive, member of council's budget review committees, 2012, 2014, 2015, and 2017. Member of the Charter Review Committee, 2012 through 2017 inclusive. Member of the Pretreatment Review Committee, 2011 through 2017 inclusive. Alternate city representative to the Miami Valley Regional Planning Commission, 2010. Member of the Comprehensive Plan Steering Committee, 2011, 2012, and 2013. Whereas during her tenure as mayor, Marcia has also represented the city of Xenia on the Dayton Region of Mayors and Managers and served as its president from 2013 to 2015, and regularly meets with local, county, regional, and state officials to discuss pressing issues. Whereas she serves as a member of the Greene County Public Defenders Board, the Xenia YMCA Board, the Greene County Library Foundation Board, the Xenia Rotary Club, the Xenia Schools Foundation Board, Greene Metropolitan Housing Authority Board, Central State University Strategic Planning Steering Committee, and the African American Ministerial Alliance. Whereas as mayor, Marcia exercised the ceremonial functions on behalf of the city, including but not limited to presiding over council's reorganization every January, attending numerous ribbon cutting ceremonies, that doesn't quite fit, but numerous is the best word we could come up with, and open houses, presenting numerous proclamations to those in and around the Xenia area to honor their various personal and business accomplishments, and traveling the city's neighborhoods to personally hand deliver hundreds of beautification awards to Xenia businesses and residents who make the city a more beautiful place to live, work, and play. Whereas Marcia has always been an excellent representative of the city of Xenia and an advocate for children, as her 35-year career began at Xenia Community Schools as a school teacher and then as a school administrator at Arrowwood Elementary, and retiring as principal at McKinley Elementary, and she continues to support today's youth and tomorrow's leaders by serving as the Wilberforce University Convocation Speaker, serving as judge of the Xenia High School Science Fair and X-Acts Art Contest, attending Xenia High School's Honor Awards ceremonies, participating in Greene County Child Abuse Prevention Awareness ceremonies in 2013, and supporting the Greene County Violence Prevention Center. Whereas Marcia was chosen as Community Leader of the Year in 2010 by the Xenia Daily Gazette, inducted into the Xenia Community School Foundation Hall of Honor in 2012, and selected by the National Association of Social Workers, Ohio Chapter Region 7, as Public Official of the Year in 2013, was inducted into Central State University's Achievement Hall of Honor and awarded an honorary doctorate of humane letters at Wilberforce University in 2015, and was the first elected official to receive the Barb Zabel Xenia Ambassador Award by the Xenia Area Chamber of Commerce in 2016. Whereas she continues to be an excellent representative for the city of Xenia and always presents herself in a very professional manner while being warm and approachable, and she has frequently been called the busiest mayor around. That includes hosting an annual Mayor's Prayer Breakfast sponsored by the Xenia Men's Fellowship of Greene County to benefit local charities, endeavoring to attend various recreation and entertainment events in the city, including music in the park, movies in the park, First Fridays, community festival, hometown Christmas, business after hours, slow rolls, even serving as a judge for the hometown Christmas window decorating contest and Walter Sellers door decorating contest, as well as attending and or speaking at all events and activities in which she had been extended an invitation. Most notably, attending and speaking at the ribbon cutting for 5 new Xenia elementary schools in 2012, attending yearly Xenia versus Beaver Creek High School backyard battles, football games, and other sporting events, welcoming troops home from Iraq, advocating for participation in the 2010 census, traveling to Washington, D.C. to represent the newly designated National Monument Colonel Young Home, and even taking the stage at X-Act for the Celebration Old Time Radio Show on more than one occasion. Whereas Marcia has assisted the city and its residents during tragic events as well, including supporting her students after the April 3rd, 1974 tornado, supporting the residents of the Walter G. Sellers Senior Apartments following a devastating 3-alarm fire on November 4th, 2012 that left over 60 people homeless, by doing whatever was necessary to secure food and shelter until they could return home, and spending a week at Central Middle School to support the faculty and students following the devastating suicide of a 12-year-old student on October 7th, 2014. Whereas Marcia faithfully attends United AME Church on 286 East Church Street, Xenia, Reverend John Freeman presiding, where she serves as pro tem of the steward board, is a member of the finance committee and the lay organization. She is the choir director and she regularly attends Sunday school and Bible study. Whereas Marcia J. Bayless is a life member of the Rho Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority and Company, and a member of the Delta Kappa Gamma International, and is proud of her alma mater, Central State University, which she wholeheartedly supports, to include assisting with the planning and then attending the inauguration of the 8th CSU president, Dr. Cynthia Hammond Jackson, in 2013, attending yearly freshman ladies' teas, serving as grand marshal of their homecoming parades, and attending graduation ceremonies. Whereas, while change is always certain within the political landscape, so is the fact that former leaders set the proverbial table for others to follow, and Mayor Bayless has certainly set that bar high. And whereas Marcia is the sister of Marilyn Hatcher and proud daughter of the late Clarence W. and Ruth G. Bayless, and we would be remiss not to mention that Marcia frequently attends area events with the first dog Bruno, a Yorkie poo who equally enjoys representing the city of Xenia. Now therefore the city of Xenia hereby resolves: this resolution shall be declared an emergency so that it will be adopted and in effect before December 31st, 2017. That the Xenia City Council, on behalf of the citizens of Xenia, Ohio, express its sincere appreciation of the dedication and devotion she has shown to our community and our citizens. We wish her well in her future endeavors and sincerely thank her for her 8 years of dedicated service and contributions to the city. And be it further resolved that this resolution shall be placed in the permanent record of the city of Xenia, acknowledging her dedicated service to the city of Xenia from January 1st, 2010 through December 31st, 2017. Congratulations. That would be a good idea after this next one. Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to present an emergency resolution in appreciation for outgoing Councilwoman Jeannie Mills in recognition of her valuable service to the city of Xenia and declaring it an emergency. Whereas the registered voters of the city of Xenia elected Ms. Jeannie Mills into office in the November 2005 general election. Whereas Jeannie was re-elected in the November 2009 and 2013 general elections, and she will have served 3 consecutive 4-year terms from January 1st, 2006 to December 31st, 2017. Whereas during her tenure since January 1st, 2006, she has diligently worked for the betterment of the city of Xenia by serving the community and city council through her active involvement in the following city commissions, boards, and committees. Chair for the Board of Recreation, Arts, and Cultural Activities, 2006 through 2011 inclusive, and 2013 through 2017 inclusive. Served on the Chamber Board of Directors, 2011. Member of the Charter Review Committee, 2006. Member of the Stormwater Advisory Committee, 2009, 2010, 2012 through 2017 inclusive. Member of the Greene County Career Center Health Science Academy Advisory Committee, 2013 through 2017 inclusive. Alternate city representative to the Greene County Regional Planning Commission, 2006, 2007, and 2008. Member of the Economic and Business Development Committee, 2009, 2010, 2011. Whereas, due to her passion for the greater good of the city of Xenia, Jeannie earned the respect of her colleagues and was elected to serve as City Council President in 2011 and City Council Vice President in 2012. Whereas, through her service as Chair of the City's Board for Recreation, Arts, and Cultural Activities for all but 1 year of her tenure on City Council, she oversaw the planning, coordination, and execution of various city recreation and entertainment events, either in whole or in part, especially after the city's recreation department was eliminated in 2009, including the Beautification Awards program during the months of June through October, the Street Pole Banner Sponsorship program from 2009 to 2014, annual Easter egg hunts, the tree committee's Arbor Day events, annual fishing derbies, music in the park, movies in the park, Bloom with Xenia, Adopt a Spot, Halloween events at Xenia Station, Xenia Youth Recreational Basketball, and coordinating the welcoming of Santa and other activities for the yearly Hometime Christmas event. Whereas Jeannie faithfully attends Faith Community United Methodist Church at 100 Country Club Drive, Pastor Barbara Schnecker presiding, where she served as the Christian Education Director for 4 years, and she continues to assist wherever is needed. Whereas Jeannie is employed by the Xenia Community Schools as a paraprofessional special needs assistant at Xenia High School, where she also has served as clinic aide. Whereas Jeannie supports, serves, and loves working with children, and when she recognized that many of Xenia Community School students were going hungry, she championed and co-chaired a campaign to create the X Out Hunger Backpack Program, which began in 2013 and continues to provide food to elementary school children on the weekends. Whereas, while change is always certain within the political landscape, so is the fact that former leaders set the proverbial table for others to follow, and Councilwoman Mills has certainly set that bar high. Whereas Jeannie is the daughter of the late Clarence T. Wilson Jr. and Theola Conacher Wilson, who is 87 years young, and whereas Jeannie is married to City of Xenia firefighter paramedic David Mills and mother of Kyle and Alex Mills and Amanda Nishwitz, and the grandmother of Devin and Adeline Salyers. Now therefore the City of Xenia hereby resolves, this resolution shall be declared an emergency so that it will be adopted and in effect before December 31st, 2017. That the Xenia City Council, on behalf of the citizens of Xenia, Ohio, expresses its sincere appreciation of the dedication and devotion she has shown to our community and our citizens. We wish her well in her future endeavors and sincerely thank her for her 12 years of dedicated service and contributions to the city. And be it further resolved that this resolution shall be placed in the permanent record of the City of Xenia, acknowledging her dedicated service to the City of Xenia from January 1st, 2006 through December 31st, 2017. Thank you, Mayor.
Mr. President, are we going to do comments now or later? Because I'd just like to chime in. I knew Marcia before she was mayor as the principal of McKinley. I didn't know you well then, and I was kind of intimidated by you a little bit till I got. I think just because of your professional demeanor, but it's just been a privilege over the last 8 years to have you represent our city, and how busy you have been as mayor, and I know the whole time, President Engel's reading this, Mayor-elect Mays is over here going, oh my gosh, because the shoes to fill are huge, and we appreciate Mayor-elect Mays coming on board, and we know you'll do an excellent job representing us. And then Councilwoman Mills, same thing. You welcomed me the minute I sat in this seat, and I really appreciate that. And you both have been very good friends of mine. And I know you'll continue to be friends of mine. So I've reached out to you before with questions and advice, and you've been there for us. And you both are going to be sorely missed. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other comments, please?
I would echo a lot of what Councilman Smith said, and a lot of the reason I'm sitting here is because of both of you. Mayor, I told you 5 or 6 years ago at an Easter egg hunt that I wanted to learn from you. I admired what you do for the city and hoped to be in this role at some point. So you've graciously taken me under your wing. You have shared words of wisdom with me. You've prayed with me. I am very thankful for the way you've been a part of my life, both as a mentor spiritually and within the city of Xenia and teaching me. And Jeannie, that one of the first things that you encouraged me to do when I expressed interest in being involved in the city was to help with the Easter egg hunt, the Thanksgiving meal, and to volunteer. And that's how I got involved with the Traffic Commission as a volunteer. And from that, God has opened doors to be more involved. And it's the same thing. You have taken me along this journey, and you've shared a lot with me. And it's the same thing. You both have prayed with me, and I have called you when very discouraged, or even just needing to know what's the next step, what's the right thing here, and asking for help. And you have always answered your phone, and you've spoken a lot of truth to me, and always encouraged me to go back to the Lord and to seek His wisdom ultimately. So thank you both for the role you've played in my life.
Thank you. Councilman?
I'd just like to wish, excuse me, I'd like to wish both of you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you.
And I would just conclude the comments portion by saying I greatly appreciate the dedication, skills, and leadership that both of you have brought to this office. You have exemplified the character of what a council member and mayor should be in any size city, be it small, be it New York City and larger size. You have demonstrated substantial grace, patience, calm, and a resolute orientation to moving the city forward, making the right decisions in a collaborative fashion that have taken the city to where we are today. And I just wanted to pass along my sincerest thanks to both of you for that.
Thank you.
So with that, may I have first a motion as an emergency for Mayor Bayless's resolution, please?
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Mills. Councilwoman Mays, I almost said Mayor-elect, that I had to stop myself. Second, please.
I'll second that.
Seconded by the Vice President. It's after reading all that, I barely get it together. Any discussion or question on the first motion as an emergency? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Vice President Smith,
Aye.
Councilman Lauterbach,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mays,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mills,
Aye.
Mayor Bayless,
Aye.
President Engel.
Aye. And now, a motion, please, as an emergency for passing the resolution for Councilwoman Mills.
So moved, Mr. President, as an emergency.
Moved by the Vice President. Second, please.
Second.
Seconded by the Mayor. Discussion or question on this motion, please. Seeing none, roll call.
Vice President Smith,
Aye.
Councilman Lauterbach,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mays,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mills,
Pass. God's terrible.
That's terrible.
Aye.
Mayor Bayless,
Aye.
President Engel.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. At this point, we have an opportunity for audience comments. Anyone here wishing to address the Xenia City Council on an issue, please feel free to do so. Step to the podium, provide us your name and address. Limit your comments 4 to 5 minutes, please.
I don't know if I can follow up with all this good vibe going on. Billy Carricos, 606 Sutton Drive. First off, I just want to say thank both of you for your service here in Xenia, and I wish I had the list that you have, Mayor Bayless, someday, I hope. I wanted to keep the good news going. I wanted to let you guys know that after a long time, we have a new nonprofit organization that's finally come to fruition for Xenia. I'm going to help take care of it, organize it, I guess. It's going to be Operation Xenia Hometown Vets. I've been working on this for about 6 months now, and I just thought it appropriate to let the city know and the council. I'd love your blessing with that. If anyone would like to get involved or be part of it, or if you can take it back to your councils that you sit on and just pass the word around, we're going to officially launch it at the first of the year. I'm going to start doing some social media advertising probably this week. We just got our tax ID number. One of the things that we're going to do, there's a gentleman who is a Marine. He's wrote a book, and it's called Tribe, and it's about, it started back with Native Americans, and Native Americans, when they went to war, they came back to their tribe. and they talked about it with their tribe. It helped with the PTSD that was not diagnosed back then, but it helped them to get things off their shoulder and for the people in their community to really understand what they've went through. We have a lot of vets in the area. I have a wide variety in my family. I also have a brother-in-law with PTSD who has a service dog. I'm working with a lot of those vets, and the town hall is going to be an event around Veterans Day. Location to be announced. I'm working with some of the different VFWs and places like that. But it's gonna be, I'm gonna actually open this up to Greene County, this town hall event, because I feel that we need to make it wider than Xenia. Our organization is gonna be based out of Xenia. We're looking out for our hometown vets. This event will be open to Greene County. Every vet that comes in will be allowed 10 to 15 minutes. We're not gonna make them get down if they don't. It's a chance for them to open up, meet new people, network. They're going to get support. We'll have different supporters there that can help them with the PTSD, Pause for Ability, Windsor's Place is involved. So we have a huge backing, and I didn't want to launch this until I had the right responsible people to help me with it. A lot of the citizens in the community have asked me to help with the vets. I know most of you probably know my grandfather, Ralph, flag man. He's been on everybody about their flags once or twice, so he'll be an inspiration, I'm sure. But I just wanted to let you guys know that on top of the big event that we are working on, we will be nonprofit. We will obviously work with donations and sponsors, people helping, things like that. But at the same time, we want to do things that like the Senior Citizen Center cannot do, or the vets. We want to be able to, if a vet needs meds, we can go get his meds that month. If somebody needs groceries or somebody needs a ride somewhere, we're going to branch out eventually to be able to do those things in Xenia. We won't be large enough to go out to Greene County to start. It'd be great if it got that big someday. I'm going to need help with that if it does. But for now, we're going to concentrate on Xenia. That's our home. That's where we're from. But like I said, the town hall event, we're going to open it up to all of Greene County. So I'm just asking for your guys' support in that. And if you want to take it back to your different councils, different people, anybody that wants to be involved or help, we would appreciate it. Any guidance you can give to me to help, that would be awesome too. So they can get a hold of me, or I'm around. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Would anyone else care to come and address the Xenia City Council this evening, please? Seeing no one else, we will move to reports of committees. Mayor Bayless and mayors and managers. I know you usually turn to Brett. You can't today.
Right, I know. Thank you. The mayors and managers, we actually hosted the meeting in November. It was held at the Greene County, the WGC golf course. Had a wonderful meal that evening. And then our speaker was Dale
Bruner.
from the YMCA. What?
Dale Bruner.
Bruner. Yeah, so he gave an excellent speech that evening. And really, I want to just say the focus of the YMCA, even though it's housed here in Xenia, it really will affect and involve people outside of Xenia, especially our county and even beyond the county. We have people now who, I know one lady who travels from Lebanon because we have the silver sneakers and they don't have it there. So when we talk about the about the REACH program, we have to keep in mind that it is something not just for Xenia, but for the community, for the county, and outside. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anything for our mayor on mayors and managers, please? Seeing none, Councilman Lauterbach, Miami Valley Regional Planning Commission, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. The December meeting was canceled, as is the January.
Thank you. Anything for Councilman Lauterbach and MVRPC, please? Thank you. Moving to items from City Council and Mayor. We have no scheduled items this evening. Do we have something for the good of the order? Councilwoman Mills.
Please, thank you. I just want to say that I had a wonderful morning of interviews to fill the vacant seat on BRCA So as I am exiting, I've already contacted the city clerk and asked her to start doing a background check. And we will be presenting, someone will be presenting an item for council in January with an appointment for the empty seat on BRCA.
Thank you very much. Anything else from my colleagues? Seeing none, we will move to reports of city offices. Mr. Acting City Manager.
Thank you, Mr. President. The first item I have for you is an introduction of a resolution for the city to convey land from and accept land dedicated to Sterling Green Park as part of the Sterling Green Crossings Phase 2 subdivision plat. Details of this are included in your packet, but this land exchange will adjust the borders of Sterling Green Park slightly to allow for development of a cul-de-sac and give the park a net additional 0.7791 acres. This also allows the park to have some additional street frontage on Childers Drive and Prem Place. Although City Council already approved the plat, which included this land transfer for the park, the city's charter requires that council pass an ordinance or resolution for conveyance of city land. To this end, city staff respectfully request that City Council introduce this resolution.
Thank you. May I have an introduction of the resolution, please?
So introduced.
Introduced by Councilman Lauterbach. Thank you very much.
The second item I have for council this evening is a request for passage of the temporary budget. This is a request that council adopt as an emergency the interim appropriations ordinance to be effective January 1st, 2018. Passage of this emergency ordinance is necessary to continue municipal operations at the start of the new year and ensure that the city meets applicable statutory requirements. The final budget is due April 1st, 2018 per the city charter, but staff expects to have that to you at one of our meetings in January.
Thank you very much. May I have a motion, please, as an emergency for the interim appropriations?
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Mills. Second, please.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Mays. Discussion or question on this motion, please. Seeing none, roll call.
Vice President Smith,
Aye.
Councilman Lauterbach,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mays,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mills,
Aye.
Mayor Bayless,
Aye.
President Engel,
Aye.
motion carries.
Thank you.
One additional thing that wasn't on the agenda, we had several calls today about bulk trash pickup. I guess people have a lot of extra trash after Christmas. Our bulk trash pickups are scheduled for the second week of the month, so the next one will be the week of January 8th. But if you don't want to wait that long for any bulk items, you can always call the city and they'll pick up an additional bulk item for $2 at your regular pickup day. So the number for that is the city's number 937-376-7260. And then I also want to extend my congratulations and excitement for Xenia and Marsha on your retirement, and hope that whatever you do next, God blesses you through that.
Thank you. Anything for our acting city manager this evening, please? Seeing none, Mr. Acting Finance Director.
Thank you, President Engel. Just a couple items tonight. First item is an emergency ordinance to adjust the 2017 appropriation ordinance. At the end of the year, we always have to go back and make some minor tweaks here and there to add some additional funds to pay those final bills.
Thank you very much. May I have a motion, please, for the appropriations?
So moved.
Thank you. Introduced by, or motion by Councilman Lauterbach. Second, please.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Vice President Smith. Any discussion or question on the adjustments or and appropriations? Seeing none, roll call.
Vice President Smith,
Aye.
Councilman Lauterbach,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mays,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mills,
Aye.
Mayor Bayless,
Aye.
President Engel,
Aye.
motion carries.
Thank you.
And the second item we have today is the schedule of bills in the total of $432,300.16.
Thank you. May I have a motion, please, to pay our bills for 2017?
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Mays, second please.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Mills. Discussion or question on any of our bills this evening, please. Seeing none, roll call.
Vice President Smith,
Aye.
Councilman Lauterbach,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mays,
Hi.
Councilwoman Mills,
Aye.
Mayor Bayless,
Aye.
President Engel.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
And that's all we have from the Finance Department. I
Thank
know
you.
if Ryan was here, he would like to extend his appreciation for your services as well.
Thank you. Anything for our acting finance director this evening, please? Seeing none, Madam Law Director.
Good evening, President, Mayor, members of council. I have one item to present to you this evening. It is a second reading. It is an ordinance designating 2 parking spaces along the west side of South Waitman Street between the rear of 81 East Main Street and East Main Street as a loading and unloading zone during the hours of 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Monday through Friday. This ordinance was originally introduced by Councilwoman Mays on December 14th.
Move for passage.
Move for passage by Councilwoman Mays. Second, please.
Second that.
Seconded by the Vice President. Discussion or question on this motion, please. Seeing none, roll call.
Vice President Smith,
Aye.
Councilman Lauterbach,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mays,
Hi.
Councilwoman Mills,
Aye.
Mayor Bayless,
Aye.
President Engel.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
I would like to say to the mayor and Councilwoman Mills, you will be missed.
Thank you.
And wish all of you a very happy new year.
Thank you very much. Anything for our law director this evening, please? Seeing none, we'll move to reading of communications and discussion. Councilman Lauterbach.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to wish everybody a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Mays.
Thank you, Mr. President. On December 15th, I had the honor of joining our mayor for the 114th anniversary of Powered Flight at Wright Memorial Hill. That was a really neat experience to be a part of, and there was a flyover, and I giggled the whole time. It was fantastic. And then on the...
And you had your name on the parking
I
space.
did, and I took a picture of it. It was my first. I have the picture if you need to see it later. On the 19th was the ribbon cutting of the Simon Kenton Bridges of Hope, and that was a huge honor to be a part of. It was exciting, and I want to make sure that the city of Xenia understands that there is a drop-in shelter now open. It is open from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Dinner is served, breakfast is served. It's 7 days a week. It's a warm place to sleep. Very friendly people who are there because they want to help and encourage and pray with people. So if you need a place to stay on these cold nights, it's at the Simon Kenton Bridges of Hope, and it was a really neat event. That's all I have, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. We'll go out of our usual order and allow the 2 departing members of council to go last. Vice
All
President.
right, thank you. I piggyback on what Councilman Lauterbach said. Happy New Year to everyone watching. Also, my heart goes out to Bridges of Hope for the project that they're doing. And I do know that they are in need of volunteers. I've seen that a couple times on Facebook. And the person to contact is Marlene Labig, Dr. Labig's wife. I'm sorry, I don't have her phone number here, but I'm sure you can contact the shelter. They need people to volunteer to stay over as a host. And I do believe they also are looking for people to volunteer meals, or more dinner than breakfast, I believe. I think right now they're averaging just 7 or 8 people a night, which just kind of surprised me, as cool as it's been. However, they're new, and I know that there's a need out there. So I appreciate the job that they're doing, and not just physically helping people, but spiritually trying to turn their lives around. And I think that's really important because we need to get to the root cause of their homelessness. And again, thank you so much for council members that have supported that Bridges of Hope. The other thing, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, oh, thank you very much. Okay, I do have a phone number. Thank you, Mr. Warren. It's 867-4073, and that is the shelter number, I believe. Thank you very much, Councilman Lauterbach, for handing that back. My first year on council, we actually had a situation where President Felton had to resign before the year was even up due to health reasons. And Councilwoman Mills, you were vice president, so you assumed those duties. And it was sudden to all of us because I think we literally got less than a week's notice that that was going to happen. And at that time, we had the process where we had to fill that seat as well. So I forgot to mention that. Thank you for your leadership, because that was kind of trying times for the city, both financially. We had just got through an election, I believe, for the passage of the income tax levy. So financially, our city was still kind of hurting right then. So I appreciate her leadership, and I appreciate everyone that sits up here. You know, this isn't a job that we take lightly. You know, it's a service. It's more volunteer than anything. Yeah, we get compensated, but it's really, and it's just a nice gesture to what we get. But we do it because we care about the community, and so I just appreciate those that have supported us over the last year and the last 8 years. So thank you very much.
Thank you. As for myself, just 2 items. One is was mentioned regarding the bulk pickup for trash. Please, everyone, recall that those whose normal trash day is on Friday, now 1 day later, your trash will be picked up on Saturday, and those who were expecting it Thursday will be getting it picked up tomorrow. And then finally, just a thought for everyone. The weather is extremely cold. We're expecting some more accumulating snow. Please be on the lookout for your neighbors and anyone who might be in need of assistance. If you sense that there's a problem, please do not hesitate to call 911. As in these very cold temperatures, it can become life-threatening very, very quickly. That's all I have, so I will go now to Councilwoman Mills.
Thank you. I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for allowing me to be able to be of service to this community. Moving here was a big change for myself. This is a really large community for me from where I've come from, but honestly, it is a very warm and small community where people still care about each other, and that's what's so important. If there's anything that I hope I leave behind, and that is just to make the community a better place. It's not hard to do. Just be kind. Just look out for each other, and I think that's so important. But again, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to serve these 12 years. I look back, my youngest son graduated high school last year, so almost every year that he was in school, I was here and part of this council. And we do sacrifice, as we said up here, and it's an honor to be able to serve, but I also want to thank all my colleagues for things that they give up and not be able to do because we are in this service. But we chose to do this, and we thank you very much. And I want to thank my family most of all. They had to give up a lot of things, and so I just thank them for all the things that they gave up, and heaven's sakes, all the things they had to help me with. Grab this box, grab that Easter egg, grab that kid, you know. So they've been wonderful and supported me in my decisions to run for council and be on council. And I just want to say that I won't miss all the headaches, but I sure will miss being here and serving you. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor.
Thank you. I'll just talk a little bit about some of the things that happened since our last meeting. Well, we did do the flyover at Wright Memorial, and then I did attend the Board of Education meeting where our interim superintendent became the permanent superintendent, Dr. Lofton, Gabe Lofton. And then I went to a celebration at Bridges of Hope. They had one celebration on Sunday, the 17th, And then that was followed by the ribbon cutting on the 21st, and that's already been spoken for. So, but it was a wonderful event and such a worthwhile cause. And then Bruno and I actually rang the bell for the Salvation Army. Last year, Bruno proved to generate more money than anybody else. And so I thought it was only the right thing to do to take him out once again. He attracts so many people that they gave because of him. So we did quite well. And then I do want to congratulate Dr. Joy Kennard. You know, she attended our last meeting, and received a national proclamation related to her work as the first superintendent of the Charles Young Buffalo Soldiers National Monument. And I read in the paper just this week that she has now published a book, and it's about the outstanding work of her father. He was the first African-American director of the Smithsonian Institute, and he won acclaim from all over the world as a museum pioneer. Her book is called The Man, the Movement, the Museum, The Journey of John R. Kennard as the first African-American director of a Smithsonian Institution museum, and it is available for purchase. So that was real. She's so unassuming that you would never know, so we need to plug our own. And she, as she said last meeting, she does live here in Xenia. When she moved here from the east, she found her home in Xenia and is very happy to be here. And then finally, I wish to thank all those who have supported me for these 8 years as mayor of our great city. I certainly credit this assignment to God first, and then using our former mayor, Phyllis Pennewitt, and her late husband, Don, who came to visit my church one Sunday and approached me about running for the position. So it has been a great honor to serve. I feel I have attended about all events humanly possible and represented this community and the area and even outside of the state of Ohio. I have been afforded many opportunities to see places and meet individuals that I would not have otherwise. I thank this council and congratulate Councilwoman Mills for her 12 years of service and the administrative team and staff for their hard work to make Xenia a better place. I look forward with a glad heart to some rest as I await what God has in store for me next. So thank you all and Happy New Year.
Thank you. There be no further business, I think as the ranking exiting member, would you like to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Smith.
Aye.
Councilman Lauterbach.
Aye.
Councilwoman Mays.
Hi.
Councilwoman Mills.
Aye.
Mayor Bayless.
Aye.
President Engel.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you very much.
Woo-hoo. Did it.